This is Alex Hormozi's $100 million lead magnet strategy from the book $100 Million Leads, where he talks about instead of offering your core offer, you need to be creating and selling basically a free lead magnet and giving it away for free. And at the end of this, I'm also going to show you a bunch of examples that Hormozi runs, as well as Sabri, Subi, and Iman Ghazi, to show you that even like the greatest marketers in the world with 1,000 times more clout and 1,000,000 times more budget than you still give away free stuff, right? They don't run people directly to their paid thing. They sell essentially a lead magnet, and this is what it looks like. So what is a lead magnet? A really easy way to think about it is a free or a cheap complete solution to a narrow, painful problem. And the purpose of a lead magnet is to get attention, build trust, engage the law of reciprocity, and then present your core offer. And so it's just like these little saucies on a stick, free samples at Costco. When you get a free sample from Costco, from lovely old Mary here, what happens in your brain is that you perceive it as something that they have given you, and you feel compelled to give them something in return. And also, you have consumed something that you otherwise wouldn't have consumed, because if somebody said to you, we are selling these hot dogs for $5 a box, and you can try one hot dog for 75 cents, you might be hesitant. But if somebody said, I'll give you a bite of a hot dog for free, and then you can decide if you like it or not, it's a completely different way of approaching business. And so I think one of the biggest mistakes I see business owners make is that they have zero lead magnets. And so if you go to my website, you will see that I only talk about a free lead magnet. So here, this whole 11-minute video tells you my whole process for building and installing these $15,000 AI growth engine. I just give you everything, and right at the end, I'm like, if you want me to do this for you, then here is my offer. I will put together a completely custom growth plan for you, and I will show you exactly what it would look like if I was to plug this into your business, 100% for free, delivered to your, delivered to your inbox in just 72 hours without getting on a sales call. And so if that sounds like a compelling offer, then click this button. And if I don't deliver it and it isn't an enormous amount of value, I'll give you a $10 Starbucks gift card. And so it's sort of like an unbelievable deal, right? And so I highly suggest, if you're watching this video and you want a free growth plan and you want to learn how to grow your business, I will put this together for you for free. So click the link in the description and go and fill out the form. It takes 3 to 4 minutes. You click this, and then you fill out this form here, and I'll have all the information that I need to be able to audit your business and put together this growth plan for you. And that is a lead magnet. And so obviously, I'm trying to engage the law of reciprocity here, and I'm trying to qualify you for my core offer. But instead of having a book a call button here, I've got a lead magnet, which takes you to a place where you get a ton of value. And then when you receive it in the mail, you kind of go, oh, wow, I didn't actually think you would do that. That's crazy. And these take me like 4 or 5 hours to create, right? So, you know, if 100 people apply to tomorrow, I can't do it. I can only do it for a handful of people. But it is a fantastic way to engage your target audience and get a lead and get their email address and get their contact information without asking them to purchase. And so why does a lead magnet work? Excuse me. Well, it takes cold traffic, which you would usually only convert, let's say, 1% of with no trust, no proof, and they are unaware of a problem or a solution, and it allows you to give away something for free on the front end and build a warm audience with a significantly higher conversion rate. And so let me show you in the back end. All right. Okay, so this is in my cold outreach. You can see here that when I was running sales messaging, I was getting a 1.9, 1.8, and at the highest, I was getting a 2.4% reply rate. And then as soon as I started selling a lead magnet, right, which in this case is a podcast, I started to get 11%, 14%, 22%, as high as 27%. And then like the most recent ones I'm running to hyper-specific audiences, we're getting 10%. And so I'm not 100% sure if Instantly's tracking is spot on. I've had some issues in the past, But you can see just like 124 people have said, yes, Jordan, please send me more information. I'd love to hear about your lead magnet, right? And that's what the podcast method is when I do outreach. And so I'm eating my own dog food, because you can see here that I'm not giving away a free call. I'm giving away a free growth plan without the call. And then over here, I'm giving away a basically done for you content creation engine, which people come onto my podcast, I interview them, I ask them questions, and then I clip up the podcast clips for them, and I send them all of those clips. In fact, if you'd like me to show you how I do that exactly step by step, comment the word podcast below, because I've had a lot of people in the school group ask about this, and so I think I need to put together a comprehensive video. The school group is this dopamine digital group here. There are 4,500 other business owners inside here, and so I will make sure to put together some exclusive pieces of content that you can see here that we're building this out. So I highly suggest you join in the first link in the description. But coming back to this video here, is that's why we create lead magnets, is because instead of getting a 1% reply rate, you get a 27% reply rate. And I can guarantee you that there are people in there that will purchase or have purchased that would never have replied to my outreach had I not reached out with a lead magnet. So a lead magnet creates a problem that is solved in the next step, or is revealed in the next step. So for example, great lead magnets solve the first slice and then tie the rest to your paid offer. So with a gym example, what to eat, how to train, how to stay consistent, like a lead magnet could be a free 7-day fat loss meal plan, and then the problem solved is now the person knows what to eat, but they realize they don't know how to train. And then so you sell them a paid fitness program that includes workouts. And then the next problem is they can't stay consistent. So you sell them one-on-one coaching with weekly check-ins, right? And so a lead magnet is a great way to reveal the next problem. In fact, it is one of the 3 different ways that Hormozi suggests that you can create a lead magnet, right? Number 1 is to reveal a problem. These are audits, inspections, health checks. It works when issues worsen if they're ignored. So, for example, a free website audit showing SEO errors or CRO errors, or showing you the time it takes for your page to load and how much traffic it's costing you, for example. And Hormozi actually gives something like this away. So you can see here, this is from his most recent video that he put out 8 days ago. Man is still crushing it. Getting almost 400,000 views in a couple of days. And he has 2 lead magnets here. The first one is to sign up to his school for free, for a free trial. And then the second one is this free personalized $100 million scaling roadmap. And so he has put together a bunch of AI algorithms which take your business and where you are and how many staff you have, and breaks down your revenue, and then most likely what will be the bottleneck that you need solved. So it is a perfect example of this first type of lead magnet, which is revealing a problem. And you can see that even though Hormozi has 4 million almost subscribers, and he can just run you to a book a call page, or just run you to a $1,000, $5,000 workshop page to register, which, to be fair, he does sometimes. What he does is he sends you to this free page. You get a whole bunch of value in this, and then he retargets to you in his email list, and he sends you to book a call, book a call, book a call. Okay, so it's not a crazy complicated funnel, but it's a great example of a lead magnet. And he also has a free trial here to school. So it is 2 lead magnets there that he puts in the description. And this is obviously, everyone knows what a free trial is, limited by time, usage, or scope. So it could be a taste test, or a piece of cheese in a Costco. It could be a 30-day free trial. It could be any number of these sorts of things, like first group coaching call free, etc., etc. And then the last one that Hormozi suggests you could use to get the juices flowing for what's a lead magnet is you sell, or you give away, one step of many. So let's say that you sell, well, I'll give the example that Hormozi gives in the book here. So you sell painting services or something, so you give away the first coat for free, and then they need to pay for the second and the third coat or something like that. Or you give away 1 week of workout plans, and then you upsell 12 weeks of the program. Or you look and go, okay, I sell houses, and so the first step that I'd need to sell my house is I need an appraisal done of the home, or I need a lawyer to draft up some kind of document. And so I'd give away that part of the process for free. And now it is just one step of multiple steps that I need to go through in order to solve the larger problem, which is selling my home, right? I don't just need an appraisal, and I don't just need a lawyer to come in and draft up whatever document. I need to sell my house. And so the next step might be getting financing for another home or something like that, right? So you can sell one step of many. What's important to remember here is that your lead magnet needs to align to the core offer. And so lead magnet must directly connect to what you sell next. So if I'm an IT company giving away t-shirts, that's a terrible lead magnet. But if I'm an IT company giving away a free security audit, or I'm giving away security awareness training for free, to get your email address, and then I upsell you a whole bunch of managed services, you can do that. And so how to create a lead magnet, all right? Step number 1 is to pick a problem and solve one painful specific issue for your ICP. Example, 10 SEO errors killing your traffic. Number 2 is to choose the format. So are you going to reveal a problem? Or is it going to be a free trial? Is it going to be one step of many? Then how is it going to be delivered? Is it going to be a PDF, a checklist, a tool, free class, sample, webinar, some kind of downloadable thing? Number 3, name the magnet. Name the lead magnet. So who's it for? What's the outcome? What's the time frame? So as an example, you could say this is a gym owner's 30 leads in 7 days without ads lead magnet. So just kind of does what it says on the tin. You don't want to call it something super complicated that people don't immediately understand once reading it. Build the asset. So make it fast, 5 to 10 minutes to consume, and end with the next problem, which should be your core offer or another lead magnet or some kind of attraction offer. And then make it really easy to deliver, make it one-click access, instant email, and then the bridge call to action. So like, want help fixing X, call / make the offer. Really, really basic stuff. Now, how do you promote the lead magnet? Excuse me. So a lot of people inherently understand that a lead magnet needs to be created and needs to be promoted. But here is something that I bet you guys have never thought about. Advertise, pay Meta and Google to give away your lead magnet. So instead of just putting a link in your bio or something, actually run ads to it. In this example here, I'm paying a lot of money to scrape all these leads, put together this list, run this campaign. Now, it's not as much as running paid ads, but it certainly doesn't generate ROI immediately. So if you're worried about generating ROI, it'll actually be longer of a sales cycle, and you'll have less people purchase now and in the future if you just run people directly to a paid thing. Now, if you've got a $20 widget, it's a different story. But if you sell something that's several thousands of dollars, you need to have some kind of human connection. There needs to be an enormous amount of trust before somebody pulls the trigger. So you should have some sort of lead magnet, and you should be promoting it however you possibly can. But don't be afraid to spend some money promoting the lead magnet, whether that's paid ads or it's cold outreach or whatever. So it could be own traffic, top bar, exit intent. And if you have a look here, you can see that my free school group, which is another lead magnet, is linked up here, which if you go to it, this is what you're presented with. So again, make sure you join this. If you're not in here, there are 4,500 other business owners. What are you doing? Again, inside it, I break down Hormozi's content, stuff that you do not have access to, that I paid $6,000 for, that I just basically break down for you here for free. Iman Sabri's marketing secrets. So he has a workshop coming up today. In fact, I'm going to be breaking that down, putting that here. Lots and lots of value in there. Put in your YouTube descriptions, put in your email, PS, or your signature. Community events, run webinars, challenges, live demos, leave QRs on slides, in-room text keyword capture. And then, like I said, paid ads. Run cold traffic to purchase, to in this case, it's to purchase the lead magnet, but he's giving away a $30 book for free. You just pay shipping and handling. And little do you know, he upsells you a whole bunch of stuff. Socials, posting multiple times per week, steps 1 of 3, etc. Gated behind the comment the word or Instagram or monetize or whatever. And so you can follow up with ManyChat. So there's lots of different options to promote it. And here is an example of Iman. You can see here that he's running a bunch of ads that are... So again, you think like, okay, why does Iman need to run ads? He's got 3 million followers. He can just post a link in bio. But when you run ads and you have a brand and you have a free product, it puts your core offer on steroids. And he's running people to this, which is 3 days to copy my system, get your free ticket, launch your first profitable digital product. And again, he is selling something here for free, and he's still selling it pretty hard. And he's giving away Rolexes and Pateks and Cartiers and a whole bunch of sexy other stuff. And so, and then if you have a look at Sabri Subi, who is kind of the king of this, he is giving away, so he's running he's running a lot of paid ads. Some of them are directly to his core offer. I have a feeling that it's mostly retargeting stuff for people that engage with the front end lead magnet stuff like this. But you can see he's running a whole bunch of ads, and then he's got 2 core lead magnets. The first one here is copy and paste this weird tickle the pixel method for Facebook ads. So 11 steps. You click this. You enter your details. It sends it to your email. You get entered into his evergreen funnel. And then also he dumps you on a VSL page on the next one. If you haven't seen my breakdown of this funnel, I highly recommend you watch that. Just type Sabri Subi into the search. I'll try to leave it linked up here. This is a free page giving away a free lead magnet. And it's still, look how much work is involved. So don't think just because it's free, you just need to go like put headline and then a button, and people will just go, oh, it's free. What have I got to lose? There is a study that has shown that people believe that their email address is worth about $15, 15. And so if the thing you're giving away exceeds $15, they will opt in. If it is not, there needs to be a bit more persuasion that happens. And then he has the same sort of thing here with the SEO G5 method. So you can see here. Now, if you want access to all of this, again, it's going to be, I'm going to leave the Miro board exclusively inside of the free school group. So make sure you're inside that. And then you can see here that he dumps you on this thank you page. And
I used this funnel in 1,067 different niches to generate.
And then what he's doing is he's indoctrinating you on his process, and then giving you another free lead magnet, which is a 30-minute strategy session, which is just... So he gives you this for free, and then the strategy session is just this. Right, so it's just like lead magnets upon lead magnets upon lead magnets. It's just an absolute masterclass. And then he customizes the growth map session, which leads to his core offer. And then in the emails, he just pummels you with lead magnets and asks you to book calls for the strategy session. And so, if you haven't seen me break down Sabri Subi's funnel, I've left that linked over here on the side of the screen. I highly recommend you guys check that out, where I break down each step of the process. He is the king of paid ads to lead magnet, to retargeting, to VSLs, to email follow-ups, and the funnel is just beautiful beyond belief. So if you haven't checked that out, make sure you check it out on the screen right now, and I'll see you in that video.